Hey, hi everyone, how are you? In this video, we are going to solve the lead code problem of the day, and the problem is minimum domino rotations for equal row. The problem category is of medium level, but I would say once you watch this video completely and understand the approach, this is going to be really simple to understand and really simple to code. In the problem, the given input is two array of integers. So we are given two array of integers, and those arrays are of equal length, and the integers in the array are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let us call these two arrays as tops and bottoms. So basically in the question they are trying to say that the elements of your array tops and the elements of your array bottoms are the numbers represented by a domino, and a domino can have 6 possible numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have two array of integers representing the numbers on dominoes, and we are calling them as tops and bottoms. The output which we need to give in the problem is the minimum number of operations which we need to perform such that either all elements in the tops array, that is in the first array, are equal, or in the bottoms array are equal, that is in the second array it is equal. So we need to make either of the arrays elements as equal. So you can either try to make all the elements of the tops array as equal, or you can try to make all the elements in the bottoms array as equal, and the output which we need to give is the minimum number of operations which was required. So we need to perform minimum operations to make them equal, and we can make any of them equal. The only condition is you need to try to perform minimum number of operations. Now what are these operations? It's very simple. One operation is just swapping of elements. You need to swap elements of the arrays. You have two arrays, right? So you just need to swap the elements of the array at the same index. That's one operation. Now after performing some operations, you need to make all of the elements in tops as equal or in the bottoms as equal. And you need to say, or you need to output what's the minimum number of operations which was used. For example, in the example number 1, the tops array is 2, 1, 2, 4, 2, 2, and the bottoms array is 5, 2, 2, 6, 2, 3, 3. Now the output in this case is 2. It means that we need to perform two operations. That is, we need to swap elements of our arrays two times at the same index to make either tops as equal or bottoms as equal. In this case, we need to make all the elements of tops equal. So we need to make sure that all the elements in this array are equal, and the element will be 2. So I can see that in the tops array, I already have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 number of 2's, right? If I am able to swap elements at this index and make it 2, then all the elements in the tops array are going to be equal, right? And that is what we are going to do. We are going to swap the elements of tops and bottoms at this index and at this index. So after performing the swap operation, the elements in tops will be 2, then this 2, then 2, then this 2, then 2 and 2. So all the elements of tops is equal to 2, right? These are the elements in tops. So we need to perform swapping or the operation 2 times, and that is why the output is 2. Now there is another way we can make all the elements in bottoms equal. What we can do is we can do the swapping here, and this will be 2. This is already 2. We can do the swapping here, and this will be 2. This is already 2. We can do the swapping here and here, right? So this will be 2 and this will be 2. Now the thing is we need to perform the swapping 1, 2, 3, 4 times if we want to make sure that all the elements in bottoms are equal. And we know that 2 is less than 4, and we need to output the minimum number of operations, and that is why we are trying to make all the elements in tops equal and equal to 2. Now if you try to make all the elements in your array equal to some other number, for example, can I make all the elements in my tops array as 1? No, I cannot do it. The reason is in the first index or in the 0th index, I can either make it equal to 2, or I can just swap it and make it equal to 5. So I can try to make all the elements equal to 2, or I can try to make all the elements equal to 5. I can do it with 2, we have seen it, right? But I cannot do it with 5. At the first index, I can make it 5 by swapping, but at the second index, I cannot do it. At this index, I can make this element either equal to 1 or equal to 2. So from here, I can see that I can either make all of them equal to 2 or equal to 5. 5 is not possible, only 2 is possible. And 2, if we want to make all the elements equal to 2, we need to perform two operations. We need to do the swapping at this index and this index, right? In the example number 2, the tops array is 3, 5, 1, 2, 3. The bottoms array is 3, 6, 3, 3, 4. At the 0th index, I can see that tops is 3 and bottoms is 3. So either I can make all the element in tops equal to 3 or in the bottoms equal to 3. So let us try to do it. At the 0th index, I can do it. But at the first index only, I will see that, or I can see that either I can make this one 6. It's already 6. I can just swap element and make it 5 as well. But I cannot make this element as 3, right? If I try to do the same thing in the bottoms, in the tops array, I can make it equal to 5, which it is already 5. Or I can do a swapping and make it 6. So from here I can say that I cannot make all the elements in tops equal, and neither I can make all the elements in bottoms equal. So in this case, the output is going to be -1. That's given in the question, that if you cannot make all the elements equal, then the output will be -1. Now this might seem complex, but let me explain you the solution approach and the thought process as well, and then it will be very easy to understand as well as code. So let us understand the example number 1 again. The tops array is 2, 1, 2, 4, 2, 2. The bottoms array is 5, 2, 6, 2, 3, 3, right? Now at this point of time, you need to understand that either the tops array will have all the elements same, or the bottoms array will have all the elements same, right? That's what we can do. Either make tops equal or bottoms equal. So we have two options, right? And along with these two options, we have other two options as well, that either the 0th index element of top or the 0th index element of bottom will be the same element. That is, at index 0, the bottom is 5, the top is 2. So either I can make all the elements of top equal to 2 or equal to 5, right? These are the two possibilities. Or I can try to make all the elements in bottoms equal to 2 or equal to 5. Because if I try with any other element, this first index, the 0th index, will be invalid, right? The 0th index can either be 2 or it can be 5. So from here I can say that either all the elements will be equal to 2 or equal to 5. And this is possible for both the arrays. Either it is possible for tops or it is possible for bottoms. So in total we have 4 options. What are these 4 options? Either I can make all the elements of top equal and the element will be the first element of top, or I can make all the element of top equal but the element will be the first element of bottom. If I cannot make tops equal, let us try to make all the elements in bottoms equal and the equal element will be the first element of top, or I can make all the elements of bottoms equal but the equal element will be the first element of bottoms. So these are the 4 possibilities, and we are going to try all the 4 possibilities, and we are going to see, can we first of all, can we make all the elements equal? If yes, then what's the minimum number of operations required? So this is our array, right? This is tops and this is bottoms. So let us try to give these two arrays some different naming. Let us try to give them a name like main and swap. The main array is that array which we are trying to make all elements equal. So let us say the main is t, that is, we are trying to make all the element in tops array as equal, and if required, we are going to swap elements from the bottoms array. And let us try to make all the elements equal to the first element of tops. Okay, so let us do it. We want to make this tops array equal, right? And we want to make it equal to the first element of tops, which is 2. So let us start. The first element of tops is already 2, so we don't need to swap at this point. No operation required. The second element of tops is not 2. So let us see, can we do the swapping and can we make it equal to 2? So yes, if we do the swapping, the element at the swapping array or at the bottoms array at index number 1 or at this particular index is 2, right? So I can do the swapping and this will become 2, right? But while doing so, I have to make use of one operation. So at this point of time, I have made use of one operation. Let us see the next element, which is already 2. The next element is 4, so it requires a swap. If we try to do a swapping, you will notice that you can do the swapping because this element is 2. But if you will perform the swapping, you will need to perform an operation. So 1 and 2, we have performed total 2 number of operations. The other elements are already 2. So from here I can say that if we want to make all the elements in the tops array as equal, and the equal element is first element of tops, then we need to make use of 2 operations. Let us try to do the same thing but with different element. The main array will be tops. We are trying to make all the elements in the tops array equal, and the swapping will be done using the bottoms array. But this time we will try to make all of the elements in the tops array equal to the first element of bottoms array, which is 5. So let us try to do it. Can we make this equal to 5? Yes, we can do it. We just need to do the swapping. So we will make use of one operation at this point. Can we make this equal to 5? It is not 5, right? But can we make it equal to 5? No, we cannot make it. Even if we do the swapping, this will not be 5. So from here I can say that the output in this scenario is going to be -1. That is, this scenario is not possible. We cannot make all the elements in the tops array equal to 5. That is the first element of bottoms. Now let us imagine that all the other elements are already 5. So in this case, we can just do one swapping operation and this will be 5 and all the elements in the tops array will be equal, right? And we just need to perform one operation, right? And that is why we need to check all the possibilities. Next is, let us say we are trying to make all the elements in the bottoms array equal, and this time the swapping array will be t, that is tops. If required, we will do the swapping with the tops array. But the element to which we want to set all of them equal to is the first element of tops. That is, we want to set all the elements in the bottoms array equal, and we want to set all of them equal to 2. So can we do it for the first element? Yes, we can do it. We just need to perform swapping, right? If we do the swapping, this will be 2. We used one operation. This is already 2. At this point, I can do the swapping and make it 2. So 2 number of swappings. This is already 2. At this point, we need to do a swapping, right? So we have used 3 operations and this is already 2. So at this point of time, I can say that this is equal to 3. I need to perform 3 operations to make all the elements in the bottoms array equal to 2. That is the first element of tops array. And let us try the last possibility, which is try to make all the elements of the bottoms array equal, set them equal to the first element of bottoms array, set them equal to 5. This is already 5. Can we make it 5? No, we cannot. This is not 5 and we cannot even do the swapping to get it equal to 5. So at this point of time, I can say this is -1, right? Now I got 4 answers, 2, -1, -1 and 3. From here I can say that yes, it is possible to make all the elements in tops equal and in bottoms equal. But if you try to make all the elements in tops equal, you just need 2 operations. And if you try to make all the elements in the bottoms array equal, you need 3 operations. and you need to return the minimum number of operations required, right? So in this case, the output is going to be 2. So this is how we are going to solve it. If you try to do the same operations, the same process with the example number 2, you will find that all the answers are -1, -1, -1, and -1. In this case, if all of them are -1, we don't have an answer. We don't have a possibility to make all the elements in tops or bottoms equal. So the output is going to be -1. But if we found any answer, then we just need to return the minimum out of those answers, right? Alright, so that's the complete explanation of the problem and the solution approach. So let me take you back to the code editor and let me show you how can you code this using Python. Now this is the complete code for this particular problem. There is a function def check which accepts 3 parameters: the main array, the swapping array, and the number to which you want to set all of them equal. And this is a very clean code, okay? You have 4 variables, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the 4 different possibilities, and you are calling the check function 4 times with tops, bottoms, and top of 0, tops, bottoms, and bottom of 0, bottoms, tops, and top of 0, and bottoms, tops, and bottom of 0. This means that you want to check that can I make all the elements in tops equal, and if it required, I will do the swapping using the bottoms element, and I want to make sure that all of them are equal to tops of 0. So we are trying all the 4 possibilities and trying to store them into 4 different variables, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we are creating a data that is a list of all the 4 answers, and if the sum of our answers is -4, it means that all of them are -1, right? Then in this case I can return -1, okay? It means I have not got any answer. I cannot make any of the array equal. But if it is not equal to -4, it means that at least any one of them has the answer, right? So in this case, what I can do is I can use this filter, and I can say that let us filter out all those values which is not equal to -1. Let us try to find out all those values which are actually an answer or actually the number of operations from this data array or from this data list. And whatever we get from this filter, just return the minimum out of it. So for example, if this data will be 2, -1, 3, and -1, then in this case, this filter will filter out -1 from this. So -1 will be gone, and out of 2 and out of 3, the minimum will be returned. So minimum is 2, and that is the answer. Now the important thing is to understand the check function, which is really simple to understand. There is a variable c which will count the number of operations required. You can just zip your array main and swap and loop through it. So m and s, that is the main element and the swapping element. Now first of all, you need to check if the main element is already equal to the number, right? So in this case, you don't need to do anything, pass, okay? But if main is not equal to num and the swapping element is equal to num, it means that you can do the swapping. So you can increase the number of operations, c plus equal to 1. But if at any point I found out that neither the main is equal to num and the element at swap array is also not equal to the num, it means that we cannot make the elements, or we cannot make all the elements in our array equal. So we can just return -1. Out of this loop, if we are not returning -1, we can just return the number of operations required, and that is going to be the complete solution for this particular question. You can submit this code, and this is going to be really pretty efficient solution for this particular problem. You can see that we have solved this problem, and the runtime is really good. The memory is also good. So that's it for this video, guys. If this video helps you to understand the problem and understand the solution as well, then make sure that you hit that like button. And if you have not subscribed to my channel as of now, then make sure that you subscribe to the channel as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching this video, guys.